Anybody don't like it, come see the king. And we're gonna start with...
Yeah, I just seen the Breakfast Club. Jimmy popping on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hip-hop internet just went from calm to absolute chaos faster than a DJ hitting the bass drop. 1 minute people were scrolling through memes and concert clips, and the next minute social media exploded like someone set off fireworks inside the group chat. Because suddenly a rumor started spreading that sounded so wild it made everyone stop mid-scroll. Allegedly, Jim Jones and T.I. had a backstage run-in with 50 Cent at a concert. And according to the internet detectives, there might even be footage floating around. Yes, you heard that right. 3 heavyweight personalities in hip-hop, 1 backstage hallway. And enough speculation to power 1,000 Twitter arguments. Now the moment this rumor hit the timeline, the reaction was instant. TikTok analysts clocked in like FBI agents. Instagram gossip pages started posting dramatic captions. And Twitter turned into a digital boxing arena where fans began throwing opinions like punches. Because when 50 Cent's name appears in a headline, you already know things are about to get loud. Memes start flying, sarcasm starts trending, and suddenly the entire internet becomes a panel of hip-hop historians. But the real question everyone keeps asking right now is simple. Did this backstage run-in actually happen? Or did the internet just create the most dramatic rumor of the week? If there is one thing the internet absolutely loves, it's a hip-hop mystery that drops out of nowhere and sends everyone into detective mode. And that's exactly what happened the moment rumors started swirling about a supposed backstage run-in involving 50 Cent, Jim Jones, and T.I. at a concert. Within minutes, timelines across social media went from peaceful scrolling to full investigative chaos. The whole situation reportedly began with a short clip that started appearing online late at night. At first glance, it looked completely normal. A backstage hallway at a concert venue, security guards moving around, artists walking in and out of rooms, and the usual noise that comes with a live show. Nothing about the setting seemed unusual, but then viewers began noticing something that made them pause. Voices in the background sounded tense. A few movements looked rushed, and the captions attached to the clip claimed that the moment captured a run-in between Jim Jones, T.I. and 50 Cent backstage. Once those names appeared together in the same rumor, the internet immediately locked in because when 3 major personalities in hip-hop are mentioned in the same story, people start paying attention fast. The clip itself wasn't crystal clear. In fact, it was exactly the kind of video that fuels internet speculation. The angle was awkward, the audio was messy, and the faces weren't always easy to identify. But that didn't stop social media from treating it like a mystery waiting to be solved. TikTok. Creators began slowing the footage down frame by frame. Some pointed at body language, others analyzed the way people moved through the hallway. It looked less like a concert video and more like a scene from a detective show, where everyone is trying to figure out what really happened. Meanwhile, Instagram gossip pages jumped into the situation almost instantly. Screenshots of the clip appeared with bold captions asking followers what they thought the footage showed. Some posts used dramatic phrases like backstage tension and unexpected encounter, which only made the story spread faster. The comment sections exploded. Some fans believed the rumor immediately. According to them, hip-hop history is filled with unexpected confrontations and tense backstage moments. Concert venues are crowded places where artists from different circles cross paths all the time. When personalities as strong as 50 Cent, T.I. and Jim Jones end up in the same space, people assume sparks could fly. Others were far more skeptical. They pointed out that the internet has a habit of turning unclear videos into giant stories overnight. Several users argued that the clip didn't actually prove anything. One viral tweet joked that social media can turn 10 seconds of blurry footage into a full documentary series. Another user wrote that the internet has officially become the world's largest detective agency, because everyone suddenly believes they can solve celebrity mysteries from their phone, despite the jokes.
Curiosity kept growing. Part of the reason the rumor spread so quickly was the reputation of the artists involved.
50 Cent has built a brand around bold opinions and fearless commentary. Whether he's promoting his projects or responding to critics online, he rarely stays quiet when drama appears. Then there's T.I. A figure who has spent years influencing conversations in hip-hop and culture. His voice carries weight in the industry, and his presence in any rumor immediately attracts attention from fans and commentators. And Jim Jones has long been associated with passionate loyalty and strong opinions within the rap world. When his name appears in a headline, people expect intensity. Put those three names together in one rumor and the internet practically guarantees a viral conversation. Within hours, the clip had reached thousands of viewers across different platforms. Reaction videos started appearing on YouTube where commentators attempted to analyze what they believed happened backstage. Some tried to identify voices in the clip. Others tried to connect the situation to past interviews or industry moments. Twitter threads became even more detailed. Some users attempted to reconstruct the timeline of the concert event where the clip allegedly took place. Others shared older clips and interviews involving the artists, trying to connect dots that might explain why a run-in could occur, but the truth was still unclear. Some viewers insisted the video captured a tense moment between major figures in hip-hop. Others argued that it simply showed a busy hallway where security was trying to manage movement backstage. That uncertainty made the situation even more interesting. Because the internet thrives on two ingredients: drama and mystery. When both appear in the same rumor, the result is almost always a viral explosion. People keep watching, keep discussing, and keep sharing theories because nobody knows the full story. And that's exactly what happened here. The more people talked about the alleged run-in, the more the story spread. Every new comment pulled more viewers into the debate. Even people who hadn't seen the original clip started hearing about the situation, simply because the topic had become so popular. By the end of the day, the rumor about a possible backstage encounter between Jim Jones, T.I., and 50 Cent had become one of the most talked about conversations in hip-hop spaces online. But just when the internet thought it had already reached peak chaos, something else happened. Once the rumored backstage clip started circulating across social media, the situation didn't just trend for a few hours and disappear. Instead, it exploded into one of the loudest hip-hop conversations online that week. Every platform seemed to have its own version of the story, and every timeline looked like a debate stage where thousands of fans were trying to figure out what they believed had actually happened. TikTok was the first place where the reaction truly caught fire. Creators began posting stitched videos reacting to the alleged footage, slowing the clip down frame by frame like investigators examining security tape in a crime drama. Some pointed out what they believed were tense body movements, while others argued that the video showed nothing unusual at all. Instagram gossip pages quickly joined the chaos. Screenshots of the clip began appearing with dramatic captions, asking followers whether the moment looked like a confrontation or simply a crowded backstage hallway. Within minutes, comment sections filled with thousands of opinions, theories, and jokes. And then there was Twitter, the internet's loudest discussion room. Threads began appearing with detailed explanations of what users thought they saw in the clip. Some people wrote long posts about hip-hop rivalries and how unexpected encounters between artists can sometimes lead to heated exchanges. Others posted memes that turned the entire situation into comedy. One viral tweet joked that the internet had turned into a hip-hop crime investigation unit. Another user wrote that social media can take a blurry clip and turn it into a week-long debate that looks like a courtroom. Drama. The memes spread quickly. One popular meme showed a group of cartoon detectives staring at a computer screen labeled backstage footage, with red strings connecting different theories about the rumored run-in. Another meme compared the internet's reaction to a sports replay booth, where fans watched the same clip 20 times trying to decide what really happened. But beneath the humor, the conversation still carried a serious tone for many fans. Some viewers believed the rumor made sense because concerts often bring artists from different circles into the same place at the same time. Backstage areas can be crowded, tense environments where misunderstandings happen easily. According to this group, the footage might have captured a moment that wasn't meant for public attention. Others completely rejected that idea. They argued that the clip didn't show any clear confrontation and that the internet was reading too much into a normal backstage moment. According to them, security teams often move quickly through hallways during events, which can make ordinary situations look more dramatic than they really are. This clash of perspectives kept the story alive. Every new opinion triggered another response. Every new theory created another argument. And every meme kept the rumor circulating across timelines. Meanwhile, YouTube commentary channels started diving deeper into the situation. Several creators uploaded long videos analyzing the timeline of the rumor and discussing how quickly it had spread online. They talked about the reputations of the artists involved and how their personalities contributed to the internet's fascination with the story. These videos attracted thousands of viewers who wanted to understand how a short clip could create such a massive debate. Many commentators pointed out that the real story might not even be the footage itself, but the way social media amplified the rumor. In earlier years, stories about backstage interactions might have stayed within industry circles. Artists, managers, and security teams would deal with situations privately. But today, almost any moment can be recorded and shared instantly. Once that moment reaches the internet, the conversation becomes unpredictable. Algorithms reward engagement, and controversial discussions create engagement faster than almost anything else. The more people argued about the rumored run-in, the more platforms pushed the story into new timelines. That's exactly what happened here. Even people who had never seen the original clip started hearing about the rumors simply because it appeared everywhere. Curiosity pulled them into the conversation, adding even more voices to the debate. Some viewers admitted they weren't sure what the video actually showed, but they were fascinated by the way the story kept evolving. One comment joked that the internet has a special talent for turning 10 seconds of unclear footage into a full documentary investigation. Despite the humor, the discussion also touched on larger topics about hip-hop culture and public perception. Some fans talked about how artists navigate respect and reputation within the industry. Others discussed the intense attention that comes with being a public figure in the age of social media. For artists like 50 Cent, T.I., and Jim Jones, that attention is nothing new. Each of them has spent years under the spotlight, and their names alone carry enough history to spark massive reactions online. That history is exactly why the rumors spread so quickly. When powerful personalities appear in the same story, fans naturally become curious about what might have happened behind the scenes. Even a small moment can turn into a headline if the names involved are big enough. By the end of the day, the rumored backstage run-in had become one of the most talked about topics across hip-hop communities online. Reaction videos continued appearing, memes kept circulating, and the debate showed no signs of slowing down. But as the internet kept arguing about the clip, another question began appearing in comment sections everywhere. By the time the internet finished arguing about the alleged backstage clip, the story had already grown far beyond a few seconds of video. What started as a small rumor had turned into one of the biggest conversations in hip-hop spaces online. Memes were still circulating, reaction videos were still appearing, and fans were still debating what they believed had really happened backstage. At this point, the situation was no longer just about the clip itself. It had become a discussion about reputation, perception, and how quickly the internet can transform speculation into a headline. When names like 50 Cent, T.I., and Jim Jones appear in the same rumor, the attention multiplies instantly. Each of these artists has spent years building a strong presence in hip-hop culture. 50 Cent is known for his sharp humor and fearless responses to controversy. He often turns viral moments into entertainment by addressing them directly on social media. Fans have seen him react to rumors before, sometimes with sarcasm and sometimes with jokes that spread even faster than the original story. T.I. has built his reputation, not only through music but also through commentary on culture and social issues. When his name appears in a trending conversation, people expect thoughtful responses or strong opinions. His voice carries influence within hip-hop discussions, which is why the rumor immediately caught attention. Meanwhile, Jim Jones has long been associated with passionate loyalty and strong reactions within the rap community. His presence in any headline tends to bring energy and intensity to the conversation. That combination of personalities made the alleged backstage moment even more intriguing for fans. As the debate continued, many people began wondering whether someone involved would eventually respond to the rumor. In the age of social media, artists often address viral stories directly. A single tweet or video can change the entire narrative within minutes. That possibility kept the internet watching closely. Fans refreshed their timelines, hoping to see a reaction from one of the artists. Gossip pages monitored every post looking for hints that someone might comment on the situation. Reaction channels even began predicting how the artists might respond if they decided to speak. At the same time, some commentators began discussing a bigger issue connected to the story. They pointed out that the internet often creates huge narratives from moments that may not fully represent what actually happened. A short clip without clear context can spark thousands of assumptions, especially when famous names are involved. This phenomenon has become common in modern celebrity culture. Social media allows millions of people to participate in conversations instantly. While that connection can be exciting, it also means rumors can spread faster than verified information. The alleged run-in between Jim Jones, T.I., and 50 Cent became another example of how quickly speculation can grow. Within hours, the clip had reached audiences far beyond the original community that first noticed it. Even people who hadn't seen the footage were discussing the situation simply because it had become such a widespread topic. Another interesting aspect of the story was how different audiences reacted. Some fans treated the rumor like a serious debate about hip-hop respect and reputation. Others approached it more like entertainment, enjoying the memes and jokes that flooded their timelines. The humor helped keep the conversation alive. Memes comparing the situation to detective investigations or reality TV plot twists continued circulating for days. In many ways, the memes became just as important to the story as the original clip. But even with all the jokes, curiosity remained. People still wanted to know what actually happened backstage. Was the rumored run-in real, or had the internet simply misinterpreted a normal moment between artists at a busy concert venue? Without confirmation from anyone involved, the question remained unanswered. That uncertainty is what makes viral stories so powerful. When the truth isn't completely clear, audiences continue discussing possibilities. Every theory keeps the conversation going, and every new reaction pulls more viewers into the story. The rumored encounter eventually became part of a larger pattern in hip-hop culture where backstage moments in industry rumors spark massive online discussions. Fans are fascinated by what happens behind the scenes, because those moments often feel more authentic than public appearances. At the same time, the story highlighted how quickly online attention can shape public perception. A short video clip can influence conversations across multiple platforms, even when the context remains unclear. For now, the internet seems to be settling into that familiar phase where the initial explosion of reactions begins to slow down. Memes still appear occasionally, commentary videos continue collecting views, and fans still share their opinions about what they believe happened. But the story hasn't completely disappeared, because in the unpredictable world of hip-hop and social media, rumors have a habit of resurfacing when new information appears. All it would take is a single post, interview, or response from one of the artists involved to bring the entire conversation back to life. And if history has taught the internet anything, it's that moments like this rarely stay quiet forever. And there you have it, another moment where the internet did what it does best. Take a few seconds of footage and turn it into a full-blown hip-hop mystery. 1 minute everything looks like a normal backstage moment at a concert, and the next minute timelines everywhere are exploding with debates, memes, and theories about what might have actually happened. But now the big question goes to you. What do you think about the rumored backstage run-in involving Jim Jones, T.I., and 50 Cent? Do you believe there was really tension behind the scenes? Or do you think the internet might have taken a normal situation and turned it into the latest viral drama? Because right now the hip-hop world is completely divided. Some fans think the clip hints at something serious, while others believe it's just another example of social media blowing a moment out of proportion. Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. We want to hear your take on the situation. Because sometimes the comment section ends up being the most entertaining.